We advise the opinions and views of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Style RPA, their only place for real, personal, and all that style. I'm Amanda, and today we have a guest host with us.
And I'm Philip.
Yes, and Philip.
I'm here, hello.
And we have a guest host, Miguel.
Yes. Hi, Miguel.
Hi, Miguel.
Miguel Alegres with us.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for
Thanks for
inviting
being
me.
here, thanks. So, it's Saturday night. What are your plans tonight? Where are you going?
Like
Okay.
I tell you every week, come what may, I don't know, we'll see.
I like the color of your red shoes. It's very
Thank you.
Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And I like your purple shirt.
Well, thank you.
It's very, it's the color of the, they say, you know, in
say.
fashion, yeah, it's the color of the season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I hope to wear more purple then.
Okay. So, what's on our website? Tell us.
Well, we have
Starting with Anvaya Cove that we featured last Saturday. Ricky David wrote about what you can do at Anvaya Cove. It's residential. I think it's also partly commercial. You know, you have the mountain and you have the sea, of course.
Yeah.
It's a beachfront.
And this is in Subic, right?
This is in Subic.
in that area though. It's so accessible because 5 minutes away you're in the mountains and 5 minutes away you're in the sea. So,
Yeah. And then Sunday we featured Nix Alañon. He's a rising, upcoming, really good interior designer. I really love his mid-century aesthetic. And by the way, he's our guest today, so
that's
please
great.
watch out for him. Yeah. And then Monday we featured Rachi Cuna's Abanico.
Abanico.
Yeah, and then Tuesday we had we featured the SLK, the Mercedes-Benz
Oh, wow.
SLK. Yeah, that's a dream car for most people.
Are you into cars, Miguel?
It depends. I like speed though. I do like speed. So the SLK is on my list.
Okay, that's 7 or 8 million that will dent your budget.
It
Yeah.
will depend on my budget.
Okay. Okay. And then so where were we? We were on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Thursday, that's yours. You can tell us all about it.
We talked about Cuisiner Bistro, which is a French Mediterranean restaurant located in Quezon City. And the thing is, in Quezon City, it's not so easy to find a nice European fine dining restaurant. So you guys should go check them out. And we're gonna have more for you on Cuisiner later. We're gonna have
Yeah,
a
they're
little
here.
taste.
They're here. So we'll
Yes,
be
they're
tasting
here
their
with
food
us
again.
as well.
Food and wine later. Yay, hey.
French
And Friday, was that Friday? Oh, Wednesday also. You wrote about the show, the JAG show.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Director Robbie Carmona again for giving us the opportunity to, giving Styles RPA the opportunity to hold the show.
Yes.
It was a great experience for
Who
me.
were the celebrities who were there?
Well, we had Will Devon and Chamsi Supsip.
Sup.
Supsup.
Yeah, and
Chamsi
I
Supsip.
also saw pictures of the John Spain hour. Yeah, really interesting.
But we'll have more on the JAG show later in
Yeah.
the show today.
We'll probably talk more about other designers and other brands. Yeah. So there you go. That's what we had in our website today. What about what are we going to have next this week?
Well, next week on Thursday, you can look out for Scarlet Lounge. So I went on a tasting in Scarlet, and it's very interesting. Every dish comes with a matching cocktail, so you can imagine, how the night went for me. But there, so you're gonna see it on Thursday. It's very interesting, very good food, and you know how they say, wine goes with steak and stuff like that. They did the opposite, sort of the dish complements the drink.
Oh, and we did an interview with Kelly Williams, the PBA player.
Kelly
I
Williams.
think that's coming out also very soon. Very interesting, very good pictures also.
Like to know his life behind the basketball.
Right, and then we also did some feature on a restaurant called East, and I think we're gonna have them here also very soon. Lots of Asian food, Vietnamese, Laotian, Indonesian, Malaysian, you know, in East. Yes. So, now let's all welcome the newly elected President of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Dr. Emanuel C. de Guzman. Welcome, Doc Mekong.
Hello, Doc Beckham.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
So first of all, congratulations on being newly elected as the president of PUP.
Yeah, thank you for that. Well, I just took my oath last March 14, and I'm barely 3 months into the job.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So anyway, everybody would like to know, what's your profession before you became the president of PUP?
I was taken in by the Department of Sociology right away after graduation, so I started teaching right away, and I
From
had
what school? From what school,
the same
sir?
school, the
PUP
Philippines
as well.
University of the Philippines. Yeah,
Okay.
in 1991. But I had other jobs like writing scripts for television. In
Which shows? New
and
shows?
Business and Leisure in Sunshine TV.
Business
Nice.
and leisure.
And also work as an NGO writer. That's basically my thing, writing and teaching.
Right.
Right. Maybe you can write our next script.
Well, you've definitely come a long way since 1991. And now that you're president of PUP, how do you cope with the change? Like, how has it been different for you?
It's not entirely different because I'm into the same, working in the same environment, the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, but the lifestyle has already changed since I would not go out of the house without bodyguards. Being president, I have to go out with the security
Is there
people.
do you have a very militant student population?
Yeah, it is known for that. The school.
The school is known for
They're
that.
very.
Yeah. In fact, when I was a student, I took part in in activism in PUP,
Also.
but
Okay.
not the more radical type.
Oh, I see.
I see.
So, what would you say are your obstacles and also your challenges that you encounter now as the new PUP president?
It's working with my bosses as president, and formerly I was director of research in the university, and now I am actually supervising my former bosses, and I really have to adjust my way of addressing them and the way they address me. But the challenge actually is to coordinate the efforts in the university to follow my lead and leading towards my vision for the university.
I'm sure everyone's curious for sure, sir. With your high position in PUP, what's the lifestyle the university president leads? The
Well,
lifestyle you portray.
I know he plays basketball.
Yeah.
Wow,
You
you
play basketball.
Actually, I'm a sports fan. I'm not good in sports, but I love watching and collecting data and following some teams in basketball. But I do play table tennis and badminton as well.
Do you have a favorite PBA team?
The team of James Yap,
Okay.
BMEG.
BMEG,
Yeah.
I see.
But I only watch PBA nowadays when it is already in the
Finals.
championship.
There you are
Period.
playing basketball.
wow.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us, like, what's a day for you? Like, how is your schedule? I'm sure it's pretty packed.
Basically preparing myself for work, traveling to school with my bodyguards, the convoy of vehicles.
Oh, okay.
And because there is,
So are they with you everywhere you go, even
yeah,
even
24/7.
24/7?
They have to be with me 24/7. Even when I go out in the mall with my family, I have to have a close-in bodyguard.
So
with-
most
with me.
students would actually be asking for, they would want lower tuition fee rates or something. Is that
We
what
cannot
they're
anymore lower the tuition fee because it's too low. It's 12 pesos per unit.
But that's
I
what
think-
I meant is that's what they were asking for. That's why there's a need for bodyguards.
No, there have been incidents in PUP that took the life of some officials,
Oh.
like
I see.
the ambush of the vice president for administration, and even before that there were other incidents. Every time the leadership changes, some of these things happen. But yeah, and I think it is not just in PUP where these forms of violence happen. In
For
other
sure.
state universities as well.
For sure, because I came from UP also, and I know for a fact that our president also had to go through lifestyle changes. But speaking of which,
All
we will
right,
talk
on a
about
lighter note.
lighter
Yes.
things that we
On a
have
lighter
here.
note.
You're
So I'm
talking to an
sure-
academic,
Yeah.
so I tend
know.
to
So I'm sure your
to be
schedule
so serious
is.
about things.
I'm
yeah.
sure your schedule is super packed. But how do you balance your time for your family, your friends, and for social activity other than your job? How do you find a balance?
It's very difficult to make a balance out of my time because, well, I lost a lot of reading time since I became president. I could not anymore read as much as I want, and my time with the family I mix with work. So my wife, for instance, would wait for me in the mall when I go out of the office to buy some things. So definitely my time with the family has been diminished drastically.
How many kids do you have?
I had 3.
And they're in high school or grade school?
One is done with college.
Wow, really?
Wow.
Okay, you don't look it, really, seriously.
I,
Thought your kids were
I
only
got
in-
hitched early, so
Oh.
Okay.
oh, my wife did. I mean, she got
Okay.
hitched early.
Okay. Do you have favorite authors or favorite books?
Yeah, I am a sociologist, so I used to read academic books. I mean, sociology, theory, for instance. But I also read novels. My favorite novel is The Brothers Karamazov. If you have read
Who's
by
the author?
Dostoevsky.
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 He's a sociology professor, right? He's a sociology.
No, he's he's a novelist and
okay.
a socialist. I mean, social
Socialist.
commentarist.
Social commentarist.
Social commentaries.
Okay.
Okay, so who had been your greatest inspirations for all your achievements to date?
Actually, there is not one person, but if you are really asking me, well, I think it's Dr. Prudente, the former president of the PUP. I was a student when he was the president, and he was the one who took me in PUP to work as a member of the faculty.
What
Yeah.
about other fellows, how do you say, other presidents, university presidents also inspire you? They don't have to be present. I mean, they can be, from abroad or international schools or, lived 100 years ago. Are there any?
No, none, no one in particular.
Okay.
All right. So, what advice would you give to students, like to your students and other students as well? Like, what's your best advice that you usually give to your students?
About what?
About taking school seriously, I guess.
Or about being a scholar? So if you're given a scholarship in your university, what would you tell them? Like, what are the important factors they need to go through?
Well, as a sociologist, I always tell my students to not just be limited within the school. I mean, the classroom. There are other things to learn from outside the school, and
It's
they
more
could
like
participate
outside school.
in other activities like discussing issues out there, even joining rallies.
Current events.
But they should not forget. I mean, they should not abandon or neglect their studies.
What
to have-
changes? What about changes that you have implemented now that you're the new president?
Or what change do you plan to implement now that you're the new president?
The first major change that I want to institute is the organization of the colleges. I mean, reclassification of the colleges. We have 16 colleges in the university, and I want to merge some, and then to lessen the number of colleges and to rationalize the disciplines within the colleges. I mean,
What is PUP most known for? academically?
Accountancy is the needs, the academic needs that PUP has. And also now engineering is coming in as another, area of excellence. So I think we could do well in the professions. I mean, education.
And how many campuses do you have?
We have 22 campuses, including the main campus in Santa Mesa.
And 22 is all over the country.
All over Luzon.
I see.
We don't have one in Visayas or in Mindanao.
And are you going to be opening new campuses this year?
I was planning when I was just running for the position, but then I found out now that there is a moratorium on building new campuses from CHED. So the Commission on Higher Education does not want to create any more local satellites of PUP.
If there are students who are still planning to, choosing a school, a university where to go to, what would you tell them? Why should they choose PUP?
Basically because we are in the top at, I think, 3 state universities in the country, and we are the cheapest. I think 12 pesos per unit. You can get quality education for such a small fee. And
So normally, like if you have 18 units this semester, how much would your tuition
the
cost?
regular load of a student per semester costs only around 800 to 1,000 pesos.
Wow.
Wow, that's really
So
That's
how
very
many
cheap.
units per subject? Is it 3 units per?
Yeah.
3 units per
As
subject.
well.
So it's like 36 pesos
36
per
pesos.
subject.
And are you on a semestral? Is your year?
Or
Yeah, is it
semestral?
quarterly, trimestral?
No, it's
semestral?
2 semesters in a year,
semesters.
and there's a summer. But summer is not mandatory.
Would you also provide? So you also provide summer classes for?
Yeah, for
Some
those who have
students.
deficiencies, and there are some curricula which have regular summer enrollments.
So what's there to look forward to in PUP for the upcoming school year? Are there going to be any events or new changes?
I have been meeting the members of the faculty in each of the colleges, and also I will have to do some consultations with the students and the leaders of the studentry. I think the change is that we are veering more towards improving research in the university, not just the instruction and teaching and producing, but more on producing the materials that we teach. So research and the production of ideas, books.
So for admissions, for applications, are they available online, or should they go on campus?
We are already on. We have an SIS, system, computerized enrollment, even computerized giving out of grades. So they can enroll online, pay in a bank, and then we are all computerized now in PUP.
But what about for new students or for transferees who would like to enroll in PUP? What procedure should they go through?
Of course, they should go to the admissions office personally because you're a transferee. But then once you get into the system, you can avail of the SIS, the computerized system that we have. But we have very, very strict standards in accepting transferees. So we should have, a transferee must have at least 2.0 average.
Oh.
From
Grade.
his prior school.
Yeah, from the former school. And no failing grade in any of the.
And should you get like a police clearance if you're 18 and above? It's not necessary. Because at work you need that if you're 18 already.
How about sports, sir? For your school, do you have any plans on like joining university games or
We are a member of the SCUAA, the
SUAA?
SCUA, and this is composed of state universities and colleges in the Metro Manila. But I wish we could join the UAAP if
Maybe one day.
Maybe
sir.
one
With
day.
your- with
soon.
your leadership.
Someday
Yes.
soon.
I think it's not impossible.
It is definitely not.
All right, so thank you so much, Dr. De Guzman. It's been an honor to have you here on Style RPA. And we'll be right back, so you guys better stay tuned here on the only place for real
Personal
and all that style. Welcome back to Style RPA, the only place for real, personal, and all that style. Elegance, lightness, comfort are three things that we find in furniture or design, and these three things are just what Phoenix and its owner embodies the most. So please welcome Nix Alañon of Phoenix.
Thank you.
Hi, Nix.
Hi.
Welcome, Nix.
Thank you for having me here.
All right, so Nix is an interior designer, and you also own the store Phoenix.
Right.
All right, so what inspired you to become an interior designer?
Well, I've always been inclined to design, and I've had my design studio for a couple of years now, and I've been making furniture for my clients for, ever since I started. So it's just but natural for me to have my own store eventually.
What inspired you to start
To put up Phoenix.
Put up Phoenix.
Well, like I mentioned, I would do it for friends first, and then, I would have it for clients. And then I figured that if I would just have it like right outside my office where I have my store right now, it would be easier for me to get stuff for them. And then, so basically I just make furniture that I like and hope that, people would like it at the end of the day.
How about your showroom? I heard you have a different set to your showroom for Phoenix.
Right. My showroom is set on a 1950s house.
Wow.
Amazing.
So I wasn't really planning to look for a 1950s house in the beginning, although my collection is a little bit on the mid-century style, which means that it's more of I wouldn't really say retro, or I wouldn't say what do you call this, vintage, but it sort of like harks back to the furniture that we all grew up with, that we all are looking for, but if we want to find it, we always have to resort to going to, let's say, no offense to the people in Bangkal, but all those other places, and I would do the same before, and then and I just thought of why can't I make old-looking furniture, vintage-looking furniture, but new.
Right, and
Yeah.
so why did you decide to put your showroom in-house instead of a mall, which is a lot more accessible?
Well, because for myself, I feel like as a designer myself, I enjoy going to old places. I enjoy going to other, no, not just in the mall, and for me it's like an adventure, finding finds, as they say, and I guess that's why I really situated my business in a house.
So you,
And more for the homey feel as well.
yeah. I think that would be great actually. So when customers come over to your showroom,
It's definitely more personal, I
right,
think.
and the furniture gives this vibe that you feel at home.
Yes.
The furniture gives a feel more than just an art, a work
Right.
of art.
Right.
Oh, sorry. And so what do you like? What kind of people, what kind of clients do you usually cater to?
I would guess I would cater to people who would like, how do you say it? People who would like, diversity in the way that they design their houses. I guess with people who are more adventurous in terms of like finding that cute little object, that cute little chair that'll match their setup, their interiors. So I guess that's it.
And so what kind of designs would you say is your favorite?
My favorite kind of design, I guess, would have to be modern traditional, or because I sort of give a twist to I give tradition a modern twist. as I say it. So yeah, so that's what I do.
Oh, before Phoenix,
Right.
tell us how you got to where you are today.
Well, as I mentioned, I've had my design studio, which is FTA Design.
FTA Design.
Right, and so we cater to residential projects, commercial projects, and so there, and then it just developed into having my store, which is what I have right now, Phoenix Home.
Before being an interior designer,
Mhm.
like what did you want to be like when you were younger?
What did I want to be when I was younger? To tell you honestly, I thought, and everyone thought, the people that I grew up with thought that I was going to be, into fashion.
Oh.
Because I was also inclined, growing up, into fashion and all
Alright.
that. But I guess it changed as I grew up, as I became more interested in like other fields of design.
Here's some photos of your
Oh,
showroom,
okay.
actually.
Oh, there. So we're
that's
flashing.
me.
So we just flashed a couple of photos of his showroom.
Right.
So basically your designs are very, I guess, modern but vintage, stuff like that.
Right. It's I guess it's modern traditional.
Modern traditional
Yes,
is what you would
modern
peg it.
traditional. Yeah.
So do you have like is there anyone you look up to in the industry?
Internationally, I guess I like the work. I like the discipline of Mr. Vicente Wolf,
Vicente
and I
Wolf.
had the chance to intern with him
Okay.
before in New York. I also like this Australian designer. He's not that he is known, but not so much as the other designers. His name is what's his name? I'm forgetting his name. He's my favorite. But for my local designer, I guess it would have to be Junie Rodriguez, because I like the way he mixes things up together. So yeah.
With the way you combine the collaborations of past and present, would you say I would suggest you like to travel a lot?
Yes, I do love traveling because it inspires me, and I always have that
there you go.
travel card excuse that that I get to use from time to time because it really changes the way you look at things. I mean, it develops your designs, and just a break from what you normally do and what you see.
And other than traveling, where do you draw inspiration?
I guess I would be lying if I say that I don't draw inspiration from other works as well.
Of course.
And then like look at old works of people, not just interior design but art itself. Even old photos you can get inspiration from, music or anything. An experience can be an inspiration.
So, and I think a common misconception about interior designers is that, you lock yourselves in a house and it's all about designing. But you being next Alañon, like what do you do other than, when you're not
Right.
designing?
Like what you mentioned, I like to travel. Given the time and opportunity, of course, I don't get to do that like on a normal basis, like every day. But I guess at least every 3 months, I get the chance to do that. Maybe not just internationally but locally. I also what else? I also like meeting up with friends and catching up with everyone
see.
else. Yeah.
And how about does your fashion sense incorporate to your design as well? Would you say that?
Yes. Yes, I guess so. But it doesn't really happen to a lot of design. It doesn't happen to
doesn't
everyone. I
happen
can't
to
speak, for everyone
Okay.
in the design field. I guess with me it is because I like mixing textures. I like putting stuff together that wouldn't normally work. And it goes the same with my work in the design. So I like putting some things that will make you go, I didn't think that I would work together, but it does. So yeah.
So are you like the kind of interior designer that is very personal with your clients? You take a lot of input from them.
Yes.
So you really work hand in hand with your clients.
Yes. It starts off as the client gives me, their ideas, what their wish list is, and how they want things to be. And then, somewhere along the way, or even just in the beginning, I infuse my own design aesthetic or expertise, because that's why they, get us, basically.
Is there a motto you live by for your...
A motto?
Yeah, is there a motto you live by?
A motto?
Or a phrase or a saying you live by that inspires you every day?
Is there one? Time is gold. I don't know.
Great.
No, I don't really have something that I live by every day, but yeah.
So far in your career, what would you say has been your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement would be that I guess I'm still young.
You are very young.
Yes, I am young, relatively young, but and I have so much things that I still want to do, and I'm slowly trying to achieve them one by one. So I guess that's my greatest achievement.
What about Phoenix in, say, 5 years? What would you say where Phoenix is in 5 years?
I guess it would have to be that we're gonna be still in the market, have more clients, not just locally but internationally. We're slowly working on that, and to be one of the top of mind inspirational places, and stores in our country.
And what's next for you?
What's next
Any
for
future
me?
plans?
Like still be here, I hope, and we'll work on that in the next 5 years, and then have more projects and like reach more people.
Reach more people.
In one way or another. So that's my ultimate dream.
And so you're saying your biggest dream is to just reach a broad amount of people.
Not just abroad, but like I don't know how it's gonna happen, but like reach more people, and I guess share my design, aesthetic or yeah.
Right, so what is your design aesthetic?
So my design aesthetic would be, I would say, global, because you cannot really identify it with just one theme or like one let's say like a country. It's like it's not Asian modern, it's not just eclectic, it's not just this,
It's global.
I guess so.
Do you think your furniture, when you make your furniture, do you feel as if the client that buys your furniture has a certain connection with them? When you make it, do you make sure that they're not just, again, what I said, pieces of puzzles inside your living room?
Right. That's a very good question, actually. I would that's what I'm aspiring for. That when they come to the store, they get this chair because I specifically chose this as a designer myself because I like it.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah, that's true, what you're saying.
And so what advice would you give to people who aspire to be interior designers like yourself?
To those people, what I would advise is just follow your dreams. Do not second guess yourself. It's easy to second guess yourself, to say like, will this work? If it works for you, then it will work. Like I always say, design is more of a feeling more than anything else. So if you feel that it's right, then it's right.
All right, so invite people to visit Phoenix and to follow you on Twitter and everything else.
Yeah, please please visit my store. It's Phoenix Home. It's at 6075 Palma Street, Poblacion, Makati. It's right beside Rockwell. And so there, invite them to...
And do you have a Twitter?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on
Here
Twitter.
it is, it's on screen.
Right, my Twitter name is Nix Alañon, at Nix Alañon. And then for Phoenix Home, it's at Phoenix Home, and there's an underscore in the end.
Okay.
So there you go.
Remember that underscore in the end.
Yes.
All
yes,
right,
that's
so
fine.
thank you so much,
Thank you
Nix,
very
for being on
much. Thank
Style
you very
RPA. We
much.
had a blast talking to you.
Thank you.
So guys, you better stay tuned because we've got some delicious food to try out next on here on Style RPA.
The only place for real.
Personal and all that style.
French Mediterranean cuisine all the way to the Philippines. And Cuisiner Bistro will prove to us tonight that it tastes nothing like home. Let's all welcome Chef Mafe, Seva from
Hi.
Cuisiner
Hi,
Bistro.
Chef.
Hello.
Chef.
It does taste like home.
Like
That's my second
home.
Wow. Second home.
If you're in
Really?
Europe.
Really? So, Chef, thanks for being here.
Oh,
We're so
thank you
excited.
also.
Amanda and I had the opportunity of having dinner with you.
Yes, and we had so much fun.
Yeah.
We were laughing all night, I remember.
Yeah.
Miguel
And
got
you
so,
promised us
He
something.
got so envious.
That's
he
why I
went there
had to go.
He went there
I
with
had
his
to go.
dad.
Yeah, he was
so-
there the other night.
The other night.
Yeah. So now, tell us about the dishes that you brought here.
Okay, actually these are all our best sellers. We have the paella valenciana.
Valenciana.
It has chicken, pork, seafood like mussels and shrimps. I also
What
added,
is the chorizo?
yeah, that's the chorizo pamplona.
Pamplona.
Yes. We also have here the Moroccan lamb stew.
Looks
A little bit
delicious.
spicy. You know, it comes with mashed potato and some vegetables. This one is actually, this is one of our most
Ordered.
in our restaurant since before, because this is now my second cycle menu. So when I was having my first cycle menu, we already served this.
I know what it is because I've had that. It's the salmon
Yes,
tornado.
Yeah,
Yes,
the salmon
delicious.
tornadoes.
It's delicious.
It comes with apple and figs compote under, and we also have the foie gras on top. Then here we have the callos madrileña. The difference is that we have jamon serrano
Ah, yeah, I
to
see.
serve with the callos. And of course, our soup, we have the bouillabaisse.
Bouillabaisse.
Yes,
From the south of France.
Yes.
From
For-
the south of France to Quezon City. Thanks
To
for
Quezon
bringing
City.
it here.
Just like that.
Well, before we get into all of the dishes, we also have champagne.
Yeah, so Miguel, can you
Yes.
please start pouring the
Yes.
champagne so we can
So
start
what
with the
champagne did you
drinking?
bring with for us
I have
today?
there the Café de
Café de
Paris.
Café de Paris.
Yes.
Okay.
Feeling
I know that you're
we're
also
in France.
I know that you're also a teacher.
Yes.
Maybe you'd like to tell our viewers about that.
Yes, actually, I do teach in Cuisiner Bistro. We teach, me and my partner, Chef de Partie actually, we do international cuisine, basic cuisine, and we also have advanced cooking. These are for those who really wants to pursue their career being
I
a
also
chef.
know that you're like a teacher, a chef teacher to the celebrities.
Wow.
Don't be shy.
And here is the champagne. Drink
thank
with
you.
us. Thanks, Miguel.
I've seen pictures of you with a lot of artista celebrities that you
Yeah.
teach them. Who are some of the
Yes,
these people?
actually last year, Marco Alcaraz, Precious Lara, Kigaman, what
Okay, I
was
saw
other
Rainier.
names?
Okay, next you're going to teach Miguel Alegre, Amanda Elvina, and Philip
Oh.
Abadisha. The new celebrities.
Oh,
Cheers!
thank you.
Cheers.
Actually, now I'm teaching Pauline Luna.
Ah,
wow.
That's the latest. We started
Okay.
yesterday.
Okay. So Amanda, what do you think is her secret to being a good chef?
Well, I wouldn't know. I actually cannot cook to save my life. But chef, tell us, what's the secret of being a good chef?
All right. Being a good chef, you need to have a passion in cooking, of course. You need to have a good foundation. Good school. Then, of course, work experience before you will really be a good chef. And every day of your life, you have to take it as a challenge.
So you went to school at Le Cordon Bleu in
London,
London.
yeah.
And then after that, what did you immediately open a restaurant or did you
No.
apprentice?
No. I work in different hotels and restaurants in London and here in the Philippines. Then after that, siguro mga 10 years. After 10 years, that's when we started the Cuisiner Bistro. But I'm really into catering now for the past 5 years. So basically, that's our business, me and my husband. Then after that, we decided to put up the restaurant.
What were the most, some of the more interesting catering jobs that you did?
Oh, we had this, the one in Tagaytay. It's a intimate wedding, a 50 packs only, but it's very intimate and they really want the good food. We serve osobuco.
Osobuco.
Yes, the osobuco.
We love your osobuco.
entree,
Osobuco.
yeah. And the critical is that they really want the panna cotta. And my panna cotta is just really made from scratch, and it was so soft that time. So I had to bring a chiller just to maintain the temperature of the panna cotta.
So you're
All the-
really hands-on. Like during your catering, you have to be there.
Yes.
To really make sure that everything's
Yes,
okay.
every
Okay.
time.
Right. So your restaurant is located in Quezon City, which I think is different from because a lot of the fine dining restaurants, you know, the good European restaurants, are in Makati. So
Yeah.
why in Quezon City?
Okay, why in Quezon City? Yeah, actually in Quezon City there are only few restaurants who really serve the French Mediterranean.
Especially along that street.
Yes,
right?
along that street. Mostly, I guess, side streets near Tomas Morato. Basically, that's the only restaurant there in Timog that serves really French and Mediterranean cuisines and affordable.
How's the reception?
The reception.
I mean, do they receive it well? The people from the north.
Day by day, we really try to introduce the restaurant to the people of Quezon City. I have a lot of clients naman now,
yeah.
and basically.
And you're very near the studios of GMA and ABS and the showbiz people, right? So, is that that helps also? For
Yeah,
your
actually,
clientele?
there's a lot of showbiz people who really eats in the restaurant, especially at night, if they just want to have wine and some canapes.
So like who? Who's been dating who?
No, I
that's
can't tell you that.
interesting.
Center
I
of
can't
gossip.
tell you that.
So you'll
because
tell me after when we're off air.
Exactly.
we don't even have pictures with the showbiz people.
But not only does your restaurant serve amazing French Mediterranean food, but I remember dining there, and the ambiance puts it puts the cherry on top of your cuisine.
Exactly, and your staff is very well trained as well.
Yeah.
So like it's really a fine dining experience for a relatively low price. So can you give us like the price range?
Oh,
Tell our
actually, the
audience.
price range, our smallest paella, which is good for 3 to 5, it's only 400 pesos. Actually, for the price of 500, you can eat a soup and an entree.
It looks
or
so
an entree or
delicious.
dessert.
We're so excited.
Yeah, we're so excited to have dinner. And then, what is the most expensive item on your menu?
I have the pave d'alou, the Angus beef, and the beef Wellington.
Okay.
We also serve the duck à l'orange.
Okay.
Basically, it's from France, so I also love the duck. That's why we placed it to the menu.
The canard.
Yeah, the canard.
So what are the ingredients in
Your
your
life.
life, Chef Mafe, that makes it sweet, spicy, and nice
You're
all at
married,
the same
no?
time?
Yes, I'm married. That's your husband. I have 2 kids. I have a girl and a boy. Bella, so sweet. She's 3, and my son turning 7. Of course, my husband always there for me.
Does he
He's
cook
helping
also?
me. He's the critic.
He's the
Do you
eater.
teach your kids
He's
to
the
cook?
eater.
Yes, my son already knows how to do tartatan. My
Tatan.
Wow.
Bella, my little girl, she's starting now to do baking. She wants to do the small ones, the one you
I'm
saw
sure
a
they can
while
cook
ago.
better than I can.
They'll probably be in Junior Master Chef one of these days.
I hope,
Maybe,
I hope,
maybe.
hopefully, yes.
You didn't tell us about the bread. I think this is the dip with the pesto and,
Yes.
and parmesan.
We always bake the bread fresh every day. We cook it in the restaurant, so we serve a baguette. Then it comes with a pesto. Actually, it's a basil, parmesan, and balsamic vinegar.
And your dessert?
The dessert is the gâteau de Cuisiner. That's one of my recipe. It serves with espresso.
What is
Tastes
it-
like
what makes
Ferrero
it
Rocher.
different?
Oh.
it's like
yum.
Okay, that's what makes it different.
Yes.
So, what do you think? You don't do fusion like Filipino fusion, French. It's really
Authentic.
European. It's really
Yes,
authentic.
yes. It's really the classical way of cooking per dish, per region of
But
each country.
You don't have a difficult time sourcing for ingredients. To make it
Actually, it's very
authentic?
challenging nowadays. Pero nowadays, there's a lot of supplies coming into the Philippines, direct from Europe. So it's easier now compared before when I was still studying. It's so hard for us to get the new or fresh ingredients from the other countries.
Did you ever, bringing a French Mediterranean cuisine to the Filipinos, what was your take on that? How would you say your food would entice the Filipinos?
Okay, first of all, of course, I have to adjust the flavor. Filipinos really love something sweet or something spicy, flavorful, very flavorful. Filipinos really like to eat those kind of food. That's why when I came back here in the Philippines, I have to adjust my seasoning, the flavor itself, and of course the ingredients that I got from Philippines itself. Like the seafood, of course, I got it from here na. To be honest with you, it's more flavorful.
Our seafood.
Our
is more
seafood, especially the shrimps, the mussels. It's
because we have
definitely
warmer waters, they probably thrive.
But why a French Mediterranean restaurant? Why not Filipino or Italian or all of that?
Okay, why French Mediterranean? Because since I studied in Le Cordon Bleu, that's my foundation. French cuisine is my foundation, and I'm sure all the ingredients that they're using are quality. That's why I want to share it also to the clients, to the other people
But
about
they say
good food.
that the French cuisine is the mother of all cuisines, and everything else is a derivative.
Yes, that's true.
So if you know how to cook the French way, then you are a really good chef.
Oh, thank you. Because they are the foundation of modern cuisine.
Oh, okay. Anything that you have for Father's Day or like for a back to school or something?
Yeah, actually, for the culinary studio, we have this cooking with moms and the moms to be. Since last summer, we had this cooking with kids, now with moms. So for those mommies who bring their child to or their children to schools, they can go to the resto and cook some food like good baon or simple dinner. Since wala naman silang ginagawa after bringing their child to school, diba? So they might as well go to Cuisiner.
When does it start?
That will start on June 14.
And can you tell us about your Dine with Dad promo?
The Dine with Dad, it's about the buffet. We will have it a buffet, $5.99 only. That comes with a drink, bottomless drinks. And then it has carving. Definitely, I have a roast beef and a
This is for
fish.
Father's Day.
That's for Father's
So it's
Day.
only on Father's Day, which is June
17. Yes, June
June
17.
17. Okay.
But you also have a buffet every Sunday?
Last
am I right?
Sunday of the month.
Every last Sunday of the
Last
month.
Sunday.
Alright.
That buffet cost only about a $500. So full course buffet.
Full course buffet,
Yes.
everything in your menu.
Not in the menu. I have different
a set
menus
menu.
every end of the month,
Oh,
every
I see.
Sunday.
So that's definitely something to look out for. And what would your advice be to all the wannabe chefs out there, as well as to your students?
Okay, to all the chefs who want to be chefs, okay, just take every day as a challenge and always don't be afraid of having mistakes. That will really help you yourself, and of course, parang yung hilig mo talaga in cooking. And definitely, you need to have a passion. If
Well
you-
said, very well said. So why don't you invite our viewers to visit Cuisiner so they also meet you, they can try your food?
Yes, I'm inviting everyone to visit Cuisiner, Bistro, and Culinary Studio. We are located in 102 Timog Avenue, Ritual Center, Quezon City.
And they also have an email address, as you can see on the screen,
Yes.
and their telephone number is also there. So,
Yes.
Amanda,
All right,
Yes,
thank you so
too.
much for being with us today,
Thank you.
Chef. And we'd
Thank you,
also
thank
like
you.
to say thank you to Doc Mekong and to Nix
Nix
Alañon
Alañon.
for being here with us today. And I'd like to thank Edra Soriano for my hair and makeup.
yes, and we always thank Zara also for supporting us.
Yes.
And
Thank
we
you,
also
Zara.
want to, of course, we thank Chef
Chef
Mafe.
sorry,
It's
Chef
a champagne. I think.
Seva, yeah. And we also want to thank Pia and Ricky and
Alright.
your husband for coming over.
And of
Thank
course,
you very
guys,
much.
do not forget to check out our website, which is stylerpa.com. Follow us on Twitter at stylerpa. And like us on Facebook at Style RPA.
Style RPA.
All right, and we'll see you here again next Saturday for on Style RPA, the only place for real
Personal.
and all that style.